So I do want to thank, again, the Hawaii Department of Education for inviting us to present this day-long workshop for you all. And thank you all for coming here. We honor the fact that you are leaders in this movement in your schools and communities and where you work. We also thank the Hawaii Department of Health for funding today's event, the travel, the subs, the meals. So can we give a hand to the Department of Health? Tammy, can you wave? Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. So a little bit more about our hui, and I hope it's okay for me to stand here. That's what we were told was best. We are 5 island networks that form a statewide hui, and were founded in 2010. In 2017, we became a program of Hawaii Public Health Institute. Here we are. Oh, we're going backward. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Can I just have the hui members stand up again? Because this is definitely a team effort. I'm a coordinator, I'm not a director. And can we have the Oahu folks wave your hands? I want, especially an opportunity for you as on each island to connect with people that are on your island in these networks. How about Kauai? We have Kauai, okay. And Molokai. Maddie is here. All right, thank you. And works also with Harmony Williams, who wasn't able to be here today. How about Maui? Okay. And they also connect with Lanai, so they support schools on both islands. And Hawaii Island. Okay. Can we please give them all a hand? Thank you so much. So as you heard in the video, our mission is to strengthen the farm-to-school movement, and we work in these areas to build capacity, share resources, provide professional development, and develop policy. But this slide is really key to what we want you to understand today, and it's also in your handouts. We have a flyer. This graphic comes from the National Farm-to-School Network. So of course, this is a nationwide movement, international in fact. But really, we don't see school gardens as separate to farm to school. They're actually inextricably integral to farm to school. So as you may know, the Department of Education has the Aina Pono program, which is an effort to improve school food. So local procurement, from local farmers. There's a lot of work being done in that area. You may not have seen it in your school yet, but it is on its way. We work closely with Aina Pono. School gardens and education are so key, as you likely know, to developing students' relationship with where their food comes from and inspiring them to want to eat the fresh and locally grown foods that are served to them on their plate. Really happy to share that ulu will be on the 5-week menu cycle for every school next year, so we're making progress, and in conjunction with that, you'll hear more about an effort to also provide ulu education, so that we're growing ulu trees, we're tasting ulu in the classroom and learning about it in the curriculum. Yes. This might be surprising to some folks, but according to the most recent data from the Safety and Wellness Survey, 85% of K through 12 public non-charter schools report having a garden, which is amazing, throughout the state. This number goes up every year. And what was interesting to me is, firstly, I want to thank you for completing that pre-event survey. That kind of information is really helpful to us, so thank you for that. I heard many of you saying, we have a garden, but we don't have a garden program. So although, there may be a garden bed at your school, whatever it may look like, we want to help you develop a program so that it can sustain. I was really happy to hear Assistant Superintendent talk about sustaining this work and scaling it. Yes. So these gardens are used primarily for standards-based instruction. This is 60% of all public schools using a garden for standards-based instruction, and the most common subject taught in the garden is science. Hawaiian studies and math are also very commonly taught there. we love to see that an increasing number of counselors are using a garden as a space to counsel students, either individually or in groups, but just really a space, that is integral part of a school design. Just to get an understanding of kind of where the support that we've been able to provide has come from, a lot of it is privately funded over the last decade. And we do thank the public investment that's been made. Part of our effort, though, is to try to start to institutionalize or integrate more of this work within the Department of Education and otherwise. One of the efforts relates to P20, or preschool through post-secondary agriculture education, and UHCTAR is an important partner there. But the idea that a working group on this particular topic has realized is that if we can reach teachers both in service and pre-service, so as they're going through teacher development programs, that's with access to ag education, how to use a garden as a classroom. That's one of the goals of this effort. This is one of my favorite olelo no iao, and it's actually from the Ha framework. Wa ola loko ike aloha. Love is imperative to one's mental and physical well-being. And I became a garden educator in 2006 with Kokua Hawai'i Foundation. And this is what I realized most of all, was that the love lives in the garden with children. I'm really happy. I'm not sure if this is changing, but I understand that the DOE's mission statement relates to developing joyful, lifelong learners. And I think that school gardens are really integral to that sense of joy, that sense of belonging, and the love that is so imperative to our well-being. And I'll close with this. I personally view a garden as a way to provide an equitable education. You may have experienced this. I know a lot of our Hui members do, that oftentimes the students that don't thrive in a classroom are the stars of the garden. Yeah. So it's about giving them an opportunity to have that sense of success. Yeah. I love this quote: "I can't concentrate on math in the classroom. It doesn't make sense to me. But when I come outside and build something, math is easier. I don't get bored." This little guy who harvested sweet potatoes, this is a 4th grade Aina in Schools curriculum. He told me it was the best day of his life. And I love to hear things like that. So thank you again for being here, and I'm really excited for the sharing that we'll do today. So thank you.